Hello ladies and germs, Big Jimmy here. I'm just leaving the doctor. As you may or may not recall, I have bicep, or seps, whatever you want to call it, tendonitis in my left arm. Now what that means is I've overtrained somehow on my left arm. I'm just waiting for a car to go by me there. Of course it shows up now. Good luck getting in. So, just leaving my doctor's office. I got an appointment for an ultrasound on my left bicep shoulder area. Thank goodness. You know, I live in Canada instead of some other parts of the world, because all that stuff costs us nothing. Yes, our taxes are higher to pay for it, but yeah, you get used to it. It's one of those babies that you get used to, so. It's just a preventative thing. I'm on 2 weeks rest right now. My trainer, I was doing bench press yesterday afternoon, and he automatically sees me grimace in pain because certain things you do really get, pizza light right ahead of us, really get, the bicep straining, so. Taking on a little tour here. I don't know if you saw that red or that orange crosswalk. That's Indigenous Peoples Respect crosswalk. So it's orange and it has eagle feathers, white eagle feathers across it. This is the Garceland Civic Center. It's where the old Maritime Junior A hockey team played, and our current Charlotte County Irishmen, I think they're called. They play hockey here, and not last year, the year before they were champ of the league. So, I tell you, I'd like to get a better shot of it there. Hopefully this will give it some justice. That center part there, the brown part with the design on it, that goes way up in the sky. So there's a pool in there, and a running track, a gym, the rink, of course. I get up today after working all night. See, yesterday I go to the gym. Oh yeah, anyway, so he says, rack 'em. And I'm like, uh-oh. He says, he takes me off. The arm and shoulder exercises for the next couple of weeks to try and rest my biceps, left bicep. And he, hopefully will be in the right, and I can have that rested up and just go right about my business. But I went to that doctor there to get that appointment for a ultrasound on my bicep and shoulder, because that'll help me know if I have a small tear or anything in there, any structural damage. I don't think I do, but better safe than sorry. There's that crosswalk. It's nice. I like it. Game Time Sports off on the right. Pictures on the outside of it there of Matty Stairs, Don Sweeney, the Boston Bruins manager. He's from St. Stephen here. And Real Cormier, a Phillies pitcher, and of course Jake Allen, who was born in Fredericton, but he grew up here. Jake Allen, the Montreal Canadiens goaltender. At least for now. I don't think he will be here pretty quick, but last night at work was wild. It was a nutty, wild day. But I can't really talk about that. I know. Well, why tell us? I know, just, you know, as we're driving along. It was a little bit nuts, is all I'm saying. What you gonna do? I'll go down the parking area here. I can't remember if there's a shot of the water or not, but it was a nut day. And I was, that's great. You just back right up into me there. It was a crazy night, but I've been up for like 24 hours, and it's not a fun thing, I'll tell you that. I do have the bicep tendonitis. So my shoulder, you feel that in your shoulder, so my shoulder's been killing me. I don't like using pain medication, but I'm gonna have to use some sort of, you know, anti-inflammatory for now, and throw the heat to it once in a while to try and help it. And hopefully the 2 weeks rest of these take me out. I'm just no shoulder, no arms. So I'm on arm and shoulder rest. Got Main Street here. St. Stephen's University on the left. That's a Christian type university for theological stuff. The Masons Hall's that blue building on the right. I am a Mason, I'm just dark right now. Freemasons. No, the Freemasons aren't a cult. Hate it when people draw conclusions and stuff, usually religious people. Draw conclusions and without having any sense of fact. Ian's Funeral Home on the right. And I'll go right up Main Street here. Which isn't the main street in town. It's ridiculous. Lock picking. I got a bunch of new lock picks. Yeah, and last night before hell broke loose, I was trying out some, I haven't opened anything on them yet. My ghost keys, I did open a padlock with those, but it's weird. I strain my bicep a lot when I'm lock picking, and it was hurting my shoulder, so I think that's going to be out for a little bit, or at least the harder, the more difficult stuff. I'll put on some, you know, lock picking times for myself and have some fun with it, but not like nuts. I'm gonna go nuts on it. Left onto Queen West. Hello. How's your day going? I hope you're having a splendid day. Pretty much know you are. I know you. I haven't got into the, what do you call it, the meditation yet. I really want to do that. I think it's fun. I'd like to learn how to meditate, just to add it to my repertoire of changes that I've been doing for myself. I get up today, do my thing, and then my dog Ernie was supposed to go to the vet. I get a call that's canceled because of the juice that goes into the needle, that his medication, in other words. I had to order it and it wasn't in. The poor guy's got the fur chewed right off his friggin' paws and rear paws, and you know, fur scratched off his sides from being so itchy. He's got this. We tried to nail it down through food and all that, just it's impossible. So we got him this needle that works fantastic, but you try and extend it as long as you can to see how he's doing. And And I had an appointment for September 6th, which is like a week or so from now, 2 weeks from now. But partially my fault, but it had to be done. We had to see how far he could go with it, you know, before he absolutely had to have it. And it's now. This is like 2.5 months. You try and stretch it to 3 months. He's good at right around 2 months, but anything more, ridiculous. So I'm not going to have any more than 6 weeks at the latest from now on. The problem is it costs like almost $300. So I got my ultrasound appointment for my shoulder. See if there's a small tear in there. Thank goodness I live in Canada. None of these appointments cost us anything. MRIs, ultrasounds, having a baby, having bones set, nothing. It's all free. Say what you like about free healthcare. Yeah, we pay taxes to pay for it, but you know, you're used to it, and that's good to me. Good for me. Woo! Sorry about that. Some road traffic there. The flip side of that is people tend to go into the emergencies rooms and stuff like that when it isn't an emergency. When you don't have a family doctor, people tend to use it. I'm not going to say it's usually the poor element of people because it costs nothing, but they just tend to be a little lazier for the general rule. Don't end up having a family doctor set up and just sort of leave it. They just use the emergency room for, you know, if a kid has a cold and stuff. Well, it's not an emergency. Anyway, I'll talk about that. It'll just piss a bunch of people off. So I have my MRI appointment set. Hopefully Ernie's medication will be in tomorrow, Friday at the latest. I got some anti-itch spray. I've been just nailing him with it, and trying to get him some relief. So I'm hoping it really works for him. I'm gonna go home, make myself up a steak for lunch, get that protein into me here to help fill that tear in. And you know, I just have to do. I'm off the gym today, but I gotta do shoulder or not shoulder, back, belly. In other words, core, and legs for the next week or two. And hopefully I won't need, you know, hopefully that'll do it. I won't have a tear anywhere in my upper bicep or shoulder. Last thing I want is any type of operation on my shoulder, which would also be free, but it's a pain. Literally, you know, taking 6 weeks off of work. In my job, I need my shoulder and arm, so it's one of those things that just a pain. Nobody wants to have an operation if they don't have to. I've been doing really good. You know, I've got a great constitution for a 54-year-old. I'm very, very lucky. I shouldn't say never, very rarely get sick. So, that's good. Just before I head up to the house, I'll take you into the, what do you call it, the monument for... Of course, these cars are going as slow as possible. Speed limit's 50 kilometers, that is. This is the old, used to be I think a woolen mill here. Used to be a woolen mill. I'll back up so you can see stuff. I've got I might do a couple of geocaches. If you don't know what geocaches are, they're like a world treasure hunt. Geocaching.com. See the people, a monument there with I guess you can't quite see the bell. No, you're not going to be able, yeah, you can. See the bell on the top? Those two figures there, they're talk about the woolen mill and everything on there. And off on the right, that's a water dam. It's a St. Stephen Water Purification Facility. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you can really see too much by going down there. What the heck? This will be a little bit of a busier video, but I'll take you down there. I might have been down there this past or winter or whatever, or maybe that's on my other channel, I don't know. But yeah, geocaching is like a treasure hunt. You go and there's just coordinates, and you follow the coordinates, and you find little caches, and all caches a hide. And they can be tiny or they can be big, like you know, about the size of a ammo can or whatever. Some of them you can will just lead you to the next one. So anyway, authorized people only behind this point. There's a security guy there now, so I'm gonna turn around, and I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, I'm not allowed in here. Security guy get all mad at me here. I should just lie to him and say, hey, I want to go down to the ball field. Got a Corps of Commissioner guy. I guess they're doing, you can see the water down there, but anyway, it would have been interesting to go down. Can't do it. Not allowed. Itchy dog. Appointment for my shoulder. I'm off from the gym today. I've got to rest my bicep and shoulder for a couple of weeks. So what's going on at the outside pool here in the Milltown section of St. Stephen. See if there's anyone in the pool today. It's not all that busy, there's some, but just slides. I mean, it's a nice pool, but yeah, it's not that busy. Of course, it is almost September, so I remember my kids when they were younger taking swimming lessons here. One of them passed and the other one didn't. The one that didn't was so downtrodden and upset, and as you can well imagine, it's not fun to not get your swimming certification and your sister does. Highly irritating. So but those are the days. If you have small kids and time just seems to be whizzing by, do your best to remember and document everything, because our two youngest of three daughters were adopted. We adopted two little sisters out of Sussex, New Brunswick, when they were little girls. I think they were about 3 and 5, something like that. 3 and 6. I don't even know anymore. The sad part is, they grow up faster than you think. Before you know it, you said, oh my goodness, my kid's only 3 and 5. I'd love for them to grow up. No, you wouldn't. When you get there, you wouldn't. There's a lot of pain, and there's a lot of love, and there's a lot of happiness, and there's a lot of panic, and the unknown, and stress, and stuff, and enjoyment. But at the end of the line, you're going to be sitting there, and your children are gone. As much, just kind of like we did. My children are gone, you know. They're one's already getting our oldest daughter's given us jeepers 3 3 grandkids and 2 step-grandkids. That right there, the building is Milltown Customs. The crossing to go over to the U.S. and the Calais, Maine. We're on Riverside Drive now. And sometimes the days are sad. Sometimes they're difficult to... They're difficult. They're just... It's an emptiness, you know, when your house is empty and you don't have anyone to parent anymore. That's a dead end here. You have nobody to really share your life with anymore. I mean, you still have your spouse or significant other, but believe me, you miss your children. It's sad. I mean, when they're gone. And it's kind of a bummer this talk's gone downhill onto the bummer land. But you know, I'm happy for them. They're both into apartments in St. John, New Brunswick. And I'm proud of them both. Where they came from, which is how when we adopted the poor little girls, we didn't want to break them up. We could have just taken one, but they were sisters. Okay, so we took them both, and gosh, it wasn't easy. It was just sad to see them go. You know, we didn't have any idea we were told they were never gonna, you know, amount to anything that would be able to live on their own. They wouldn't be able to ride a bike. Would be able to do a whole bunch of things, but you know, it's amazing what love can do. We just gave them every bit that we had. Next thing you know, they're on their own. And I'm a sad dad. This is a boat landing in Milltown. You wouldn't think it to look at it. That's the St. Croix River dividing St. Stephen and Calais, Maine. You should see the fish you can get out of that place. You should see it. This is a boat landing, to be honest with you. I am allowed to drive here, but that's where you're supposed to go and put your boat in. Nice area. The International Bridge is, you know, off to the left as you're looking down here. I'm going to try and back in up here so that you can see the crossing and going over to the USA. You may be able to see U.S. Customs here when they back up. If I can get it positioned properly. People think I'm in here doing drugs or something. Okay, way over there, the Yeller building, that's U.S. Customs. And that's how you enter Calais, Maine over there. That's one of 3 crossings in the area. You see me travel all the time downtown on my videos on the way to the gym. Right downtown on the way, that is Ferry Point Crossing, that's number 2. And then way up outside of town, you'll see the other crossing, 3rd crossing. They call it 3rd Bridge, St. Stephen 3rd Bridge. So, hopefully we don't run over by a train here. We'll Head her on out of here. And the video's long enough. Lathered on and on and on, I know. Oh my gosh, it's ridiculously long. I'm sorry about that. Burn back to the house here. Hope you enjoyed today's little vlog, though, as long as it is. It's quite the tour. I got my last security camera up over the front door today, so I got front, side, and back door cameras all going. I use a Blink Amazon cameras. I like them. They're battery powered. You should have to wire it into your house or anything. So, anyways, I'll take you on another tour around town, probably tomorrow. And I gotta go back to the gym. Hopefully Ernie's stuff's in. I'm gonna go home and take him for a walk around the block, get his mind off his itchiness for a while, and come back and cram some more itch spray to him there and try and get him through until tomorrow. Get back way up to the house here. Down below is my email. Use it. I'd like to subscribe to your station if it has anything to do with lock picking or, you know, little towns or daily vlogs. It's funny how you get to know people in their life just by listening to them and driving around looking at stuff. It's fun. I like doing it, and I'll never monetize this. I don't do this for, you know, I do it for views because it's an accountability channel. Accountability to myself and, you know, my weight training. As a 54-year-old, I started off a piece of poo-poo, sitting on the couch and nailing the chips to me and whatever else processed food I could get. TV dinners out the yin yang, and now I go to the gym 4 days a week. I watch what I eat for the most part. Of course, I can't be a slave to it. My greenhouse coming up on the right here. There we go. Yeah. There she be. Thanks for joining me today. A thumbs up would be great, though. The more views I get, the more people I can reach. But if your station, like I say, is lock picking, self-improvement vlog, you want me to subscribe to yours, subscribe to mine and send me a note and I'll do it. This is Big Jimmy, thanks. I'm sorry for the length of this one. We'll talk to you tomorrow.